Port side dawn, you open slow, pale blush petals like a secret glow. Your throat is cream with a pink soft kiss, a trumpet bloom I could hold like this. So light, so kind, you lean and stay, like ribboned rain on a summer day. Plant pet alamanda, plant pet alamanda. Oh, pink bloom, soft bloom, you turn the air to rose. Plant pet alamanda, plant pet alamanda. Gentle and bright, where the warm wind goes.
Pink alamanda blanchetti on the trellis turns,
Every little flower with a hush that burns. Not loud, not proud, just a graceful face. Blush in the edges, cream at the base.
come close, come near, don't let me pass.
That tender pink lasts and lasts. Plant pet alamanda, plant pet alamanda. Oh, pink bloom, soft bloom, you turn the air to rose. Plant pet alamanda, plant pet alamanda. Gentle and bright, where the warm wind goes.
When the garden leans into evening gold,
You keep that glow quiet, soft and old.
I hear your color before I see.
A classic heart on a living tree. Plant pet alamanda, plant pet alamanda. Pink bloom, soft bloom, you turn the air to rose. Plant pet alamanda, plant pet alamanda. Gentle and bright, where the warm wind goes. I keep your name in drafts like a bruise I don't touch. Three little words still say, but they weigh too much. Half of me still typing, half of me gone cold. From oversand, then I let it go. You got me paused on the edge again. Screen still blows like a light that won't end. I wrote it soft, then I made it mean. Now it just sits there in between. Unsend drafts, unsend drafts, stuck in my hands. Unsend drafts, unsend drafts, say what I can.
text one said come home, but I deleted that. Got your little blue thread still alive on my phone. Every message I don't send feels more like home.
She got me paused on the edge again. Screen still glows like a light that won't end. I wrote it soft, then I made it mean. Now it just sits there in between. Unsend drafts, unsend drafts, stuck in my head. Unsend drafts, unsend drafts, say what I If I hit send, would you even care? Or would it fade in the open air? So I save the pain for another night. Keep my heart in folders, out of unsend drafts, unsend drafts, stuck in my head. Unsend drafts, unsend drafts, say what I In one and the same breath, the fear is in the breath, and so is the love. In one and the same breath, the duality of human existence. The human experience is defined by a series of paradoxes, none more intimate than the act of breathing. It is the first thing we do upon entering the world and the last thing we do before leaving it. Yet, within this involuntary rhythm lies a profound psychological truth captured in the aphorism. In one and the same breath, the fear is in the breath, and so is the love. This statement suggests that our most fundamental biological process is the container for our most polarized emotions. It challenges us to see the breath not merely as a gas exchange, but as a bridge between our survival instincts and our capacity for transcendence. The anatomy of fear. Fear is an ancient visceral response, and its primary residence in the body is the respiratory system. When we encounter a threat, whether a physical danger or a modern psychological stressor, our breathing is the first system to react. The fight or flight response triggers shallow, rapid chest breathing. This physiological shift is designed to hyperoxygenate the muscles for quick action, but it often results in a feedback loop of anxiety. In moments of panic, we may feel as though we cannot catch our breath. This constriction is the physical manifestation of fear. It is a tightening and narrowing of the world into a singular point of survival. And the aphorism states that the fear is in the breath. It acknowledges that our anxieties are not just abstract thoughts. They are rhythmic somatic experiences that can stifle our vitality if left unobserved. The sanctuary of love. If fear constricts the breath, love expands it. In a state of safety, affection, or deep connection, the breath naturally slows and deepens. This is the rest and digest state, where the diaphragm drops and the lungs fill to their full capacity. This expansive breathing sends a signal to the nervous system that all is well. Love in this context is synonymous with presence and life force. It is the breath we take when we are moved by beauty, the shared sigh of relief with a loved one, and the steady rhythm of a mind at peace. To breathe with love is to breathe with a sense of openness and receptivity. It is the sanctuary we return to when we allow our breath to soften, moving from the jagged edges of survival into the fluid grace of being. The unity of experience. The true power of the aphorism lies in the phrase, in one and the same breath.
It posits that fear and love are not separate entities existing in different parts of the body or at different times. Instead, they are two possibilities existing simultaneously within the same biological cycle. This reflects the unity of the human experience. We are capable of being terrified and courageous, anxious and compassionate all at once. This perspective dissolves the dualistic struggle to eliminate fear. If fear and love occupy the same breath, then fear is not an enemy to be conquered, but a frequency to be tuned. By acknowledging that fear resides in the breath, we gain the power to transform it. We do not stop breathing when we are afraid. We simply change the quality of the breath to invite the love, the calm, and the connection back into the same space. Belly relevance. In today's high-stress, hyper-connected world, our breathing has become habitually fearful. Constant notifications, economic pressures, and social anxieties keep many of us in a state of chronic shallow breathing. We live in a culture of constriction, understanding that the breath carries both fear and love is a radical act of self-reclamation. It reminds us that even in the midst of a chaotic work environment or a personal crisis, the mechanism for peace is already within us. We do not need to go anywhere or buy anything to find relief. We simply need to shift the quality of the very thing we are already doing. This perspective offers a portable internal toolkit for emotional regulation and resilience. Conclusion: the power of the one breath. The aphorism invites us toward a life of mindfulness, a conscious awareness of the one breath. Every inhalation is an opportunity to acknowledge the piscines of fear without being consumed by it, and every exhalation is a chance to release that fear and return to love. Ultimately, the breath is a mirror of how we relate to life itself. If we can hold the duality of our emotions within a single conscious breath, we find a sense of equilibrium that is not dependent on external circumstances. We learn that while the fear may be present, the love is equally accessible, waiting to be felt in the very next rise and fall of the chest. In the end, we are always just one breath away from returning to our center.
I give you all of me, nothing left to hide. Even when you're far, you're still right by my side. I whisper your name in the silence of night, wishing you'd hold me and make it alright. Every heartbeat, every sigh is a song for you, and I don't know why it hurts this way but still feels true. No one else, just you, just you. All of me is yours, forever and more. Even from a distance, you're what I'm living for. I miss you like the moon needs the tide, like the stars that can't shine without the night. I love you more, I love you still, and I always will. I scroll through our pictures, smile through the pain, each memory like sunshine after rain. I dream of the moment you walk through that door, and I fall in love with you once more. Time can pass and days can fade, but the way I feel, it won't ever change.
collective religious imagination, John the Baptist is often framed as a rugged ascetic, a proto-hipster of the desert with a taste for wild honey and a penchant for bold fashion choices. We see him through a lens of divine eccentricity, where his wild hair and camel skin robes are stylistic markers of holiness. But what if the historical reality was far more jarring? What if John was not merely eccentric, but genuinely clinically mad? A man possessed of a defect of the mind that was as alienating as it was unmarketable. To view John the Baptist as truly crazy and hated is to confront the uncomfortable border where holiness meets pathology. Historically, the distinction between a prophet and a lunatic has often depended on the utility of their message to the status quo or their ability to command a following. However, the perspective that John suffered from a true defect, one that was not adorable, romanticized, or genius adjacent, strips away the stained glass veneer. It forces us to reckon with the raw, abrasive nature of a human being who was denied by his society, not because he was too holy, but because he was fundamentally wrong in the eyes of his peers. There is a profound difference between glamorous mental differences and raw defects. Modern culture has developed a soft spot for the musical prodigy or the brilliant but tortured scientist. We tolerate and even celebrate neurodivergence when it produces a high-yield output, a symphony breakthrough formula, or a disruptive tech company. This is productive madness. In contrast, the true defect, the disjointed, socially repellent, and non-lucrative mental instability is met with visceral exclusion. If John the Baptist was screaming in the wilderness, not out of a calculated rhetorical strategy, but because of a mind that could not find peace, he becomes a figure of profound isolation rather than a religious icon. When we sanitize historical figures, we commit a subtle act of violence against their lived experience by turning John's potential mental struggles into a prophetic aesthetic. We ignore the crushing weight of his alienation. A man who lives in the desert eating bugs is rarely a person who is finding themselves. More often, they are someone whom society has failed or who has found the social contract impossible to navigate. When we ignore the possibility of his madness, we lose the most radical aspect of his story, that the most marginalized, defective members of society can be the conduits for the most transformative truths. If the voice crying in the wilderness belonged to a man whom everyone genuinely hated for his instability, the message itself becomes a testament to the power of the unacceptable outlier. Has searing relevance today. Our society claims to be more inclusive of the outlier, yet our empathy is still largely conditional. We create space for the quirky individual who fits a marketable trope, but we continue to push the crazy and hated to the periphery. The person on the street corner whose defect of the mind manifests as agitation or social discord is not seen as a potential prophet. They are seen as a nuisance to be managed or moved out of sight. By reclaiming the madness of John the Baptist, we challenge the hierarchy of human value that prioritizes productive minds over broken ones. It forces us to ask, would we have listened to the Baptist, or would we have crossed the street? If truth comes through a vessel that is truly defective, lacking the adorability of the romanticized genius, do we have the capacity to hear it? Recognizing the crazy in the holy suggests that the greatest insights often come not from those who have mastered the world, but from those whose very existence is a rejection of it, whether by choice or by the cruel necessity of a mind they cannot control. In the end, the defect of the Baptist may not have been a flaw in his mission, but the very thing that allowed him to see what the same world was too comfortable to notice.
glow softly, the warm lights invite. Ornate table set perfectly, what a beautiful sight. Laughter fills the air, a welcome so sincere. Linger here a moment, let your heart draw near. Open arms of kindness, every waiter smile so bright. Come and taste the wonder, come and feel the grace. Every flavor tells a story in this cherished place. Calicalia calls you, joy in every bite. Where the food is heaven and the price feels right. Culinary magic, Dutch bitter, and divine. Alfredo fettuccine, every dish a golden sign. Lasagna layered deep with smoky sausage art. Iga bakar fried rice, warming up your heart. Affordable for all, true luxury from the start. Come and taste the wonder, come and feel the grace. Every flavor tells a story in this cherished place. Calicalia calls you, joy in every bite. Where the food is heaven and the price feels right. Rich aromas drifting, zuppa soup in the air. Every server greets you with exceptional care. Suncloud mocktails glowing, sendal dough, it's so sweet. Truffle olive ball and flavors you will want to meet. Almond butter coke melting, a dessert so complete. Soft music playing, cushioned seats embrace. Warm and cozy corners, your own private space. From the first hello to the final goodbye, the staff make every moment feel like you can fly. Unforgettable moment shared with those you love. Rum and raisin gelato, sweetness from above. Avocado float that dances on your tongue, nourishing the soul with every song unsung. Taste and see that goodness, Calicalia, second to none. Come and taste the wonder, come and feel the grace. Every flavor tells a story in this cherished place. Calicalia calls you, joy in every bite. Where the food is heaven and the price feels right.
before dawn opened its eyelids, the loudspeaker became a river, rolling through the cracks and ceilings, running through the sleeping mirrors, carried a voice through the rooftop air, shook the dreams from everywhere, pulled us from our fragile beds, morning ringing in our heads. But my mother lit a lantern no loudspeaker could control. Scripture opened like a window, guitar wings began to rise. Outside flowed the restless river, inside floated smaller lives. We were only just a small boat, drifting through the undertow, not fighting against the water, just learning where to go. Soft voices in the early morning, half awake but holding close, somewhere between the noise and silence, we became each other's heart. Scripture opened like a window, guitar wings against the storm. Outside rushed the endless river, inside something stayed warm, not fighting against the current, not trying to stand alone, just learning how to stay afloat, just learning how to come home. Gave my last ounce of strength while the knife stayed in my back. Poured everything out for the ones I refused to lack. Blood don't make a family, that truth hit hard and clean. I chose my own loyal hearts in a world that's mean. They showed me I can only trust the reflection in the glass. So I pulled those blades out slow and sharpened them to last. Turned every betrayal into fuel, every wound into drive, carving straight through the chaos just to feel alive. 10 emotions ripping through me back to back, no relief. Love and rage and emptiness, fighting for belief. I'm barely holding balance, drowning in the noise, but I swallow it all down just to give them all my voice. Still pouring out my everything when I'm running on empty, carrying my chosen family like it's all that's left in me. Family ain't just blood, it's the bond I fought to earn, stronger than the blaze that tried to make me burn. I isolate when the storm gets too loud to take, disappear in the silence till my soul stops to shake. No more games, no more blame, I'm cutting all the ties. Use the knives to carve my path and cut apart their lives. 37 years of trauma, cheating, lying, blame. They tried to bury the fighter, but I'm still in the game. 50 more years burning, watch me flip the script. No more playing victim, no more taking their shit. Emotions hit like thunder rolling through my veins. Grief, then fire, then hope driving me insane. When the weight gets too heavy and the voices scream too loud, I shut the whole world out and rebuild inside the cloud. You think it's a competition, you think it's a race. Blood is blood, but jealousy stains. Breaking free from your grip, remove the chains, cut the ties, burn the bridge. You can't take back all the things you did. Apologies beside my restless soul and loved me through the years anyway. I was looking past the doorway, dreaming of another sky, but you kept standing close to me with patience in your eyes. I did not see the gift back then. I did not understand that God had placed His mercy there inside your faithful hands. You are not a small love. You are not a mistake. You were the steady blessing my heart was slow to take. No diamond had to shine for me, no golden ring had to prove. The greatest promise I received was always found in you. You were the man who held my hand when I was hard to please, and now I see the love of God was standing next to me. You became the father of our children, the shelter I could not see. While I was chasing distant roads, you were building home for me. I thought the world could give me more. I thought my heart knew best, but every time I wandered far, your love became my rest. I bring a softer heart today. I lay my pride aside and thank the Lord for giving me the man who stayed beside. You were not a small love. You were not a mistake. You were the steady blessing my heart was slow to take. No diamond had to shine for me, no golden ring had to prove. The greatest promise I received was always found in you. You were the man who held my hand when I was hard to please, and now I see the love of God was standing next to me. Through every season, you remained. Through every silence, you stayed. When I was restless, lost and proud, you loved me anyway. Now I honor who you are. With every tear I understand. You are not just my husband. You were God's gift in my hands. You are not a small love. You are not a mistake. You were the steady blessing my heart was slow to take. The world could never give to me what heaven already knew. The great
just renamed the wind. They took the howl out of the wolf and made it safe to spin. They didn't ban your questions, just made the answers thin. Then handed you a script to read and told you truth begins within. They paved the roads with promises and billboards full of light. They told you that your pain was wrong, your anger impolite. They didn't steal your memories, they made you doubt your side, then thanked you for your loyalty as you vanished overnight. The word came first, and then the rule. They built a school to make you cool, then clipped your tongue and trained your thought until you said what you were taught. No, no cage, no cell, no chains, no scream, just fewer colors in your dream. No violence here, just grammar games, until your prayers all sounded the same. They didn't break the poets' hands, they paid them to write safe, turning rebels into hosts of shows and risking to escape. They offered peace in sterile rooms and masked for every face, and called it growth when no one moved, and called it grace when we obeyed. You'll find no blood beneath the screen, no echo in the phrase, just narrowed hearts and lowercase gods and all the saints replaced. And still we say it isn't war because the streets are clean, but war was never bullet shaped, it started in a dream. The word came first and then the chains, the rest was ink, the rest was games. They made the scream a metaphor and told you not to feel it more. No flags, no guns, no marching feet, just empty eyes and endless screens, and every thought you once believed now sits behind a loading screen. So whisper loud while you still can, say something they won't understand. And if your voice begins to shake, it means that something's still awake. No need to shout, no need to fight, just hold your words beyond the night, for words you seek and burn and bite, or tear the veil and birth the light. Oh,
Modern and contemporary arts appeared in Europe and America in special cultural and political contexts and societies without others, making them diverse in different schools, trends, and streams. So in the West, you find among the audiences who admire and who oppose it according to its aesthetic ideology and philosophy. The formative movement in Saudi Arabia has not been an exception among the artistic movements in the Arab country in general, where modern arts such as abstraction and later have moved to it, where visitors of the exhibitions are seeing very contemporary artworks, and these works are seen in the growth of quantity and quality within the galleries in Saudi Arabia and Gulf countries and the rest of the Arab countries. What I can describe in lines is that the Saudi artists mostly practice contemporary art as it is outside to the inner square of the local audience without awareness and study of those historical and cultural contexts in which this type of contemporary or modern arts emerged after the two world wars in the 20th century, and the study of Western philosophical thought This is what created a gap between the artist and the audience in our visual arena, where the artist exhibits his work in halls to spread his idea and artistic message, but he is surprised that it does not reach the audiences, and this problem is repeated with most artists. This is accompanied by a collective opinion of the audience from various members of the society that they do not understand the language of visual art and its current substances, and what it contains: symbols, forms, and visual messages which defame beauty and embellish ugliness, as if they are watching curses and hearing scandals from artists and a bunch of critics and hall owners about these exhibitions and what values it contains, artistic and creative, drawing the features of their contemporary culture. In my view, the above is true and correct. The problem lies in the imitation and inability to transfer such artistic practices from global to local, including philosophical ideas, following a style of superiority to the public and degrading their intellectual and cultural level. What I also notice is that the critics of the contemporary art movements in the West are many, some of them depending on the historical context of its emergence, the Cold War, the role of the Zionists in managing the art movement, owning galleries, buying and marketing businesses, selling auctions, controlling the media, and buying critics in Europe. For example, the average price of Louis Fontana paintings is $15 million, 55 million rials, according to the study of the website of the art market. Observer 2016, I advise you to review what Dr. Zainab Abdulaziz, a professor of art philosophy and beauty science, wrote in her book, The Modern Art Game, which is based on French documents that reveal important pages and events that have been darkened in the creation of contemporary art, and Georgina Adams' book 2017 also, which explains the secrets of the art market. From a personal experience, I admired and inspired some contemporary works of close artists, later discovered that they got imitated from the experiences of Western artists, and I was surprised by it when I visited exhibitions and museums abroad, and by direct conversation with the artist himself about his philosophy of his work and what it contains. I was amazed by the naivety of the message and the perspective, with the skill and execution, enthusiasm and great attraction towards the contemporary and globalization, as it works in exhibitions of bodies without soulless and identity. Katama, I recommend my fellow artists on the necessity of thinking, contemplating, observing, and developing culture about the philosophy of art and the global cultural movement, to know the historical roots of contemporary arts and analyze its reality, to know its rewards, changes, and steward its future, to make use of their artistic skill and visual creativity to build an artistic experience that the audiences can witness, to have contributed to the formation of their consciousness and the development of the taste and aesthetic sense, creating a positive trend towards art and artists. And the history of art is attested by the emergence of a Saudi Arabian school or artistic movement that deserves studying, contemplating, and transferring from the local to the international. Mechanism of vision and image psychology, De'Ism Asiri. Critical reading in the book Psychological Analysis and Images shifts the focus from the psychology of the artist to the painting's semia, and psychological analysis and images takes several axes. First axis, theoretical collection of image epistemology, and in it, one psychobiography with the psychobiography. Illustration of how classical criticism used psychological analysis as a practice to analyze artists' contracts, such as Freud da Vinci's analysis. Book launch. Griselda Pollock and the book's contributors reject this approach, that the painting is not a satisfactory display for the artist, but rather an independent cognitive and aesthetic space to image as an open optical text, building a strong bridge between psychological analysis and visual semia. The book deals with the image as a complex network of signs and indicators that form in the subconscious. Critical depth artwork carrying multi-layered blades. The task of the critic is not only to describe what he sees superficially, but to decompose these cognitive and visual decipherals to understand the hidden or suppressed meaning within formation, the gaze and the recipient's location. Based on Jack Lacan's concepts on which the book relies so heavily, sight is not just an act of physiological vision, it is a complex web of desire and power. How does does the painting compel the viewer's eye to adopt a certain attitude? Artwork has an effect. It looks at us as much as we look at it and stimulates our deep neural and psychological responses. The application aspect of the tools for disassembly of artwork. How do we use the ideas of this book as a methodological tool within the financial professional? Dual eye reading methodology proposes an applied methodology that integrates metaphysical analysis, similar to Edmund Feldman's approach to description, metaphysical analysis and psychological interpretation. In a practical step, the critic begins analyzing composition, lines, blocks, and colors, either in strict abstract schools like supremacy and Bohas, or in arts loaded with heritage insects. Then it moves on to understand how these formative elements create a psychological state, or how they embody visual conflict. The impact of memory and time on the painting, using book tools to analyze how collective and individual memory attends artwork. When reading the works of pioneers, whether in Iraqi, Egyptian, or Saudi art, we do not look at heritage symbols or decorations as mere nostalgia for the past, but as an attempt by the optical unconscious to restore an identity or restore a lost balance by restructuring it in modern forms. Creative flow and the subject analysis of the interaction of the artist's body with the material of the work. We ask, how do the neurological and psychological reactions translate into brushstrokes or rough touches? According to the book, the substance itself becomes a medium for translation of unspoken desires. Third axis. Critical summary of the editor's biography and the status of the book. A little about Griselda Pollock is a professor of art history at the University of Leeds and a pioneer in dismantling the male untraditional curriculum in reading art history. She boldly infused feminist theories and contemporary psychological analysis into the heart of academic criticism. The importance of the book. Psychological analysis and image is not just a historical book, but a practical guide that enriches the tools of the modern critic and frees it from impressionistic reading to provide a scientific analysis that links creative processes, neural networks of understanding, and psychological depth of receiving.
Walk with the hush of the pines in his step, hat brim low and a secret he kept. Not a badge, not a gun, not a name folks knew, but the wrongness bent where his shadow blew. He could feel it in the corners, taste it in the well, hear it in the silence where a laughter fell, a twisted tune off key and slow. He'd murmur it don't belong, but it knows where to go. Wrongness ain't just broken, it's built from a lie, like a smile too wide or a tear too dry. Don't cry out loud, but it hums in the trees, and my granddaddy knew how to track what it breathes. It ain't just a sin, it's a song with no key. It's the mark of a witch, and the job fell to me. Don't chase the pretty sparks, they lead you blind. The real thing hides in the slow design. It's not the howl nor the sulfur wind, but the door that creaks when it shouldn't bend. He taught me to listen where the silence folds, and to carry no fear, just ironing old codes. He'd whisper at dawn just as light would start, on your hunt for the thing that don't fit the heart. The witch ain't always a woman in rags. Sometimes it's a preacher with too many flags. Sometimes it's a garden that grows too fast, or a neighbor's smile that don't quite last. Wrongness don't bleed, it seeps, don't shout, but it keeps, like a lantern that flickers where no wind creeps. You don't fight it with fists or with fire and stake. You outwait its hunger, you know what's at stake. Wrongness is a rhythm, a beat gone sour. It's a milk sweet bird that turns your mouth to flower, and the witches, they wear it like perfume and lace. But my granddaddy could see it move across a face. Don't trust the grin, trust the ground, he'd say. Where the wrongness is thick, the trees bend away. farmhouse silent, and Odie said she's in there, or what she became. The witch ain't a girl, it's a long-go game. He knocked just once, didn't wait to be let inside. No screams, just a slow sunset. He came out wearing less weight than he brought, but his eyes had aged a year on the spot. And me, I'm the keeper of that quiet lore. Don't hunt with bullets, don't knock with war, but I know the wrong when it hums in the floor. I know what my granddaddy knew before. In the cloth of time, it's not crime, it's pre-crime. It's the curve in the line. It's the hush that don't match the color of the sky, the bird that don't scatter when the hawk flies by. It's the witch's laugh stitched into the seams. It's the way a town forgets what it dreams. So when I walk where the wind don't turn, the sound that the ashes learn. And if the air tastes like sugar on a rusted knife, I know the witch has twisted life. And I walk just like he did, slow and plain, through the bruise of the world, through the sideways rain. I walk with my back to the law and the town, tracking wrongness where it soaks the ground. Hey! Take care for what you pray. Oh, well, that I could sing like Doc Watson and have the smell of a dog. The paradox of fulfilled desire. Take care for what you pray. The aphorism, take care for what you pray, serves as a perennial warning against the myopia of human longing. It suggests that our desires, once granted, rarely arrive in isolation. They bring with them a constellation of consequences, responsibilities, and sensory shifts that the wisher is often ill-equipped to handle at its core. The phrase highlights the double-edged nature of transcendence, where the acquisition of an extraordinary gift may simultaneously dismantle the equilibrium of a standard life. The way to mastery.
Singing like Doc Watson.
To wish to sing like Doc Watson is to aspire to a specific kind of American excellence, a blend of flat-picking virtuosity, soulful baritone resonance, and a profound connection to folk traditions on the surface. This prayer is for the possession of beauty and the ability to move others. However, the aphorism reminds us to look beneath the aesthetic surface.
To possess the voice of Doc Watson is to inherit the sensitivity required to produce it. Such mastery often comes from a place of deep labor, or in Watson's case, a life navigated through the darkness of blindness, where sound became his primary landscape. To have the gift is to also carry the weight of its demands.
The public expectation, the vulnerability of artistic expression, and the potential isolation of being a vessel for a talent that exceeds the common experience.
The prayer for talent is, in effect, a prayer for a transformation of the self that may leave the original person behind.
The nuance of the aphorism becomes even more visceral when considering the desire for the smell of a dog. Specifically, the dog's hyperacute olfactory capability to a human. The idea of super smelling sounds like a profound expansion of consciousness, a way to perceive the hidden chemical narratives of the world. Yet, in the context of the modern world, this gift would likely manifest as a relentless sensory assault.
A dog's sense of smell is estimated to be 10,000 to 100,000 times more acute than a human in a pristine forest. This might be a divine revelation. In the modern city, it would be an agonizing nightmare. The blessing would force the recipient to endure the overwhelming stench of industrial chemicals, rotting waste, and the pheromonal anxieties of every passing stranger.
What began as a prayer for heightened perception ends as a sentence to perpetual overstimulation. This illustrates the central irony of the aphorism. We pray for more life, forgetting that our biological limitations are often the very filters that make life bearable. Philosophical implications.
Limitation versus transcendence.
These examples point toward a broader philosophical tension between human limitation
And the desire for transcendence.
Human beings are tuned to a specific frequency of existence.
Our sight, hearing, and talents are calibrated to a reality we can navigate. When we pray for extraordinary abilities, be they artistic or sensory, we are essentially asking to be retuned to a frequency that may be incompatible with our environment.
The desire to transcend our boundaries is a hallmark of the human spirit.
Yet the aphorism,
Take care for what you pray,
suggests that wisdom lies in recognizing the utility of our deficits. Our inability to smell everything, see everything, or perform perfectly protects us from the white noise of a universe that is far larger and more chaotic than we can process.
Transcendence
Without the necessary evolution of the soul or the body to house it,
becomes a burden.
the balance of aspiration.
In conclusion,
Take care for what you pray,
is not a counsel against ambition,
but a plea for self-awareness. It asks the individual to consider if they are truly prepared for the reality of their desires.
whether it is the soulful burden of a master musician or the overwhelming clarity of a canine's nose.
As every gift demands a sacrifice of the previous status quo.
True wisdom lies in the balance between our aspirations and the reality of our existence.
By understanding that every gain and ability often comes with the loss,
Of simplicity or protection,
we can approach our prayers.
with the sense of humility,
We must recognize that the constraints of being human are not just walls. They are the very structures that allow us to experience the world without being consumed by it.
God knew what I could not see. He knew what my heart would need. I came with pieces deep inside, still learning how to receive. He placed new life beneath my heart, a quiet gift from above. Before I knew what he was doing, he was teaching me love. Not all at once, not like thunder, but softly day by day, through little hands and little voices. He was showing me the way. First came love, then came joy, then came rose to help me rise. Three small hearts, three holy gifts, three lights in my life. God knew what I needed when I could not understand. He healed me through the children he placed inside my hands. I did not know I was changing. I did not see my soul grow, but heaven moved so gently in ways I did not know. Through every smile, through every tear, through every call of mother, God was lifting me higher, one season after another. First came love, then came joy, then came rose to help me rise. Three small hearts, three holy gifts, three lights in my life. God knew what I needed when I could not understand. He healed me through the children he placed inside my